Question 6 is final exam studying. You ask a random sample of 250 Data 8 students from last semester how long they spent studying for the final in minutes. The median of the data is 9.2 hours. To quantify the uncertainty in your estimate, you create a 90% confidence interval by bootstrapping the 250 sampled students. The interval you obtain is 8.6 to 9.9 hours. Part A. In the blank below, describe one way to decrease the width of your interval. So there's two ways you can do this. The first is that you can increase the sample size, and the reason why is because of our formula that the SD of sample means equals the SD divided by the square root of sample size. So if we increase the sample size, we're going to increase the denominator of this fraction, and therefore decrease the SD of sample means, and therefore decrease our confidence interval size. The other way we can do it is by decreasing the confidence level. So maybe instead of 90%, we can do 80%. And the reason that works is because it means you have fewer standard deviations to go down or up. So the answer is increase sample size or decrease confidence level. Okay, part B. Suppose every single one of the 1,300 students in the course repeats the bootstrapping process and each obtains their own interval. How many of the confidence intervals would you expect to not contain the population's median time spent studying for the final? Okay, so remember that if we can't say anything about the probability that any singular confidence interval contains the true median or doesn't, because it either does or it doesn't. There's no probability associated with it. However, if we take a bunch of repeated bootstrapped samples, then we can say that the percentage of them that are expected to contain the true median is the confidence level itself. So we would expect that 90% of them, because 90% are confidence interval, or confidence level, so 90% should contain the true median. That means 10% should not. And so that 10% is what we care about, and 10% of 1,300 is 130. So that's how we answer this.